afternoon, friends and neighbors. I hope that your holiday break is going well, especially for those of us up here in Canada, where we not only have today off in observance of Christmas, but we also have tomorrow off in observance of Boxing Day. As for me, I have been doing very little this week, or I plan on doing very little. It's going to be fun just to do only what I want, which is why I am here with you on a Monday afternoon. We are going to be spending some time in Perfect Team today. As you can see, the Epcot Centurions are back in gold, or in diamond. We made the gold finals and lost to the Auburn Doubleday, so tip of the cap there. The Barrett's Privateers came up just short of the playoffs in bronze. The Bobcaygeon Bobs made the wildcard game and lost to the Springboks in bronze. So those two will be redoing bronze this week. The St. Louis du Haha Jokers, our PAX only team, is now 3 for 3 in championships. Oh, and we got Cy Young now. So that's going to be fun. I do want to catch you up on some of the stuff we've been up to in between streams. I did do a little bit of work between last stream and this one, mostly just to take care of some of the administrative stuff. For example, Masataka Yoshida's jersey retirement now lists his accomplishments. I think I accidentally included his work with the Giants and Fighters, but that would only make his batting average better. 11 All-Star appearances, 1 MVP, 2 Japan Series MVPs, 9 Best 9 awards, and 6 batting championships. He deserves to have his number retired. Absolutely. Also in the things we took care of were the postseason awards. I'm going to pull those up quickly. Or at least I would like to pull them up quickly if the game would let me. Also, good morning, hello, Cavicom. Good to see you. So, Golden Gloves. Oscar Munoz at second. No surprise there. Stephen Kwan out in left and Seiji Taguchi in center. That's his first in his career, and well earned. Best 9 award winners. We've got Oscar Munoz at second. Kel Surprise. Naoichi Nishiguchi pulled off the feat at shortstop. It's his second Best 9 award in a row at shortstop. Funny thing, you give the guy a chance at short with those infield ratings, and suddenly he's good. Who'd have thunk? Although, once Munoz leaves, I would not be surprised if we move Nishiguchi to second. Taguchi, just casually putting up a 6 wins above replacement season at center, wins it there. That's his first. We didn't place anyone in the Rookie of the Year, but Shinjiro Okuma, who we traded for and signed to a 6-year extension, picked up the Eiji Sawamura Award unanimously over his rotation mate, Kevin the Hammer Gaines. In MVP, 5th straight year, it's Oscar Bleepin' Munoz. Even with his power falling back below 25 home runs, and he actually upped his batting average to 337, nowhere close to the 363 he put up in that ridiculous 2030 season. Seiji Taguchi finishing third. Akinori Suehiro of the Bears, upcoming phenom, finishes second. That's a close one. One other thing I took care of was all of our arbitration cases. Those have been settled. Everyone who is a free agent is going to be walking. Good riddance. And the one thing I did that I'm actually going to reverse is allowing some international FAs to enter the game through Cuba. Yes, Japan got turned off there. That's how we got Oscar Munoz, and I feel like pulling up the ladder after we got him sort of hampers other teams, so I'm okay with doing this. The other change I made as sort of the commissioner, I went into commissioner mode and I did a little bit of a tweak. So, Akio Morishita and Toichi Morishita, I edited their birthplaces so that they are brothers now. So that's going to be fun, because we drafted Toichi first overall in 2032, and Akio first overall a year prior. I like the storyline that sets up. And Toichi is probably going to make the big club next year. I mean, yes. Utility infielder who can play first primarily and give Jitsu and Izuka a break. And that speed, my goodness. He's going to be fun. We also called up Sukeichi Miyamoto to be our backup catcher. For what it's worth. We'll see if there's better options out there. Oh, and we have a new scout. I picked up Jalen Peguero. Yes, the former Diamondbacks pitcher. Because we finally have a highly favored tool scout. I wanted that for a long time. Which brings us to the business of the draft. We would normally be drafting 15th in this round and the next. And then we do Serpentine afterwards. The thing is, I really want to try my hand at doing the NPB style again. The problem with the NPB style in Out of the Park Baseball 22, as it stands, is that everyone gets goo-goo eyes over the top player in the draft. And whereas in the real NPB, the record for most selections for a single player by teams is 7 teams going after Kotaro Kiyomiya. We've had situations where every team except mine goes for the same player, and that's suboptimal, to put it mildly. So I am going to be doing a little bit of setup here. Could you stop, please? There. Oh, hey, Skip. Good to see you. Hope you had a good stream earlier today. All right. There is the draft board. And why is the screen share not showing what I want to screen share? Oh, do I need to unlock it? Well, I was hoping to show here in this window the... there we go. In case we need to pull a lottery, this way we can do the lottery. So, here's the draft board. So the way this is supposed to work, keyword supposed, is that if I go into commissioner mode, and I pretend to be the other teams, I do the scouting director suggestion, and we see who they pick. But before I do that, I actually have to make my own nomination, so I had a look. There are some good pitchers. There's some pitchers with crummy personality, though. Yamada, the movement worries me. Kuga, no thanks. I'm honestly leaning towards Kuwabara. Hosoda is basically a reliever, but he'd be a really good reliever. Especially as a lefty. Muneto Suzuki needs more actual pitches. Yeah, so I think we're going to go with Kuwabara as our first overall, unless there's someone on the batter side who really impresses me. Tadashi Honda is probably the consensus #1 pick, but that catcher ability means he is not going to play on my club. Hajato Nakamura, defense. I mean, we got to leave a outfield spot open for Juan Andreu because he's not going to be sticking at third. The bat makes a lot of sense, though. Or we go with Shunichi Kurosu, who has a balanced bat and could probably play left field halfway decently. This is what I'm dealing with. It's tough. Okay, you know what? We're gonna put in a bid for Nakamura. That's gonna be our choice here. And I'm going to remember which spot is mine. So that's me staking my claim early. Instead of going for a pitcher like Kuwabata, this is tough. Oh, hey, Minerva. Sorry I didn't see you there. I'm in edit mode here on Twitch Studio, and I'm waiting for my mobile app to recognize that I am in game. So Kuwabata. All right, let's compare players here. So Nakamura does have some real heft to his bat. See, we've already got someone who kind of looks like Kuwabata and Daiki Sasaki. Yeah, we're going to stick with Hajato as our selection. So the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters, with their nomination, are going for Tatsuma Nakagawa. Wow. That's an impressive pitcher. Why didn't I see him? I wonder if my scout doesn't like him as much. The Hanshin Tigers select next. So we flip the draft pick over. The Hanshin Tigers will nominate Nakagawa as well. So my rule is, if more than half the league picks the same player, we're just going to do a straight draft. And I will give up on this foolishness for another year. The Chiba Lotte Marines also want Nakagawa. See what I mean? Like, there's no concept of our team needs someone else. They just all go for the same stud pitcher. Someone, anyone, choose something different, please. Nope. And of course, you can't see what they're choosing because of the way I've got the screen set up. Sorry for that. Typos. Too many typos. All right. The Bears. Swallows. I would love for Out of the Park Baseball to add this mode, but I know it is incredibly niche. Alright, so the entire league wants Nakagawa, so we are going to abandon this approach. It was worth a try. At least now we know. So we're going to give Hokkaido back its pick. I'm going to go back to being the Buffaloes. I'm going to remove Commissioner Mode. And now we just have to see if our guys hang around long enough. So, the fighters with the first overall selection will take Tatsuma Nakagawa. Ah, that's why. We think he's a jerk. Okay, that's why we passed on him. The Hanshin Tigers will take the catcher Tadashi Honda, who we had our eye on. The Marines are going to go for the big arm of Katsuhito Yamada. He could probably contribute to the Major League Club right away. The Arrows are going to go for Nakamura. Rats. So much for having him fall to us. Teddy-O's cheering for Niigata. Attaboy. Da Bears. Eagles going for pitcher Morio Kuga. The Comets will take Kuwabata, the other guy I had my eye on. The Bears, Yosei Kazu Hei. Questionable selection. Also, yeah, that face gen. Oh, that's nice, Teddy-O. I had a friend of mine who taught English in Otsu and wound up staying in around the Kansai region for about 2 years. So I have an affinity for that neck of the woods. That's another reason why the Oryx Buffaloes are my PL team and the Hanshin Tigers are my CL team. It was a fun year this year to be an Oryx Buffaloes fan. Alright, the Swallows are going to take Uno. Big beefy power bat. That'll play in Jingu's friendly confines. The Spirit are going to go for a third baseman, Kyoki Miyoshi. Nice beard for a high schooler. Yokohama's going to take a catcher, Natsuki Masui. There's a letter missing there. Excuse me. There. Natsuki Masui. Interesting choice. Balanced bat for a catcher. But I don't see the appeal of the catcher ability there. Shinjiro Yoshioka goes to the Hawks. Dragons are going to take Yoshiyao Yamamura. Lefty high stuff. Probably going to play out of the bullpen. The Lions will take Muneto Suzuki, who we had our eye on. The Carp will take Toshiro Matsuno. So we have our choice of Naizen Sakurai, who is a bit of a jerk. Also questionable if that changeup's going to develop. Shunichi Kurosu, who probably will play in left. Or Nobuhisa Hosoda. Alright, we're going to go with Kurosu. Yomiuri is going to have the selection. They're going to go for Kinoshita, the third baseman. Alright, so, second round time. Let's hope Hosoda sticks around. No, he very much does not. So that may have been an error on my part. Yamamoto here seems interesting, but I don't like that he's fragile. Ditto for Haruyoshi Suzuki here. If he can hang together, if that changeup comes in, he's going to be a dynamo, but it's a matter of, do I want to spend my second round pick on a lottery ticket? Or go for someone with a little more of a chance to make the team? What the hey, lottery ticket it is. Haruyoshi Suzuki joins the Buffaloes. So it's back to us because now we're in the Serpentine rounds. So let's see here. Oh, I did also release a whole bunch of guys who aged out of the minor league system. Just folks who couldn't put it together. Yeah, Tanaka here doesn't seem like a worthwhile bat at all. Yusuke Kai, though, might be interesting. Yeah, let's go with him. All right, let's take a look at the pitchers and see if we've got any stuff or movement still kicking around. No, there's no ceiling on that guy. Akamine may turn into a bench warmer. Let's take Goto, because at least Goto knows 2 pitches. And let's also pick up Akamine, because it seems like there's a little bit of room for growth there that can make him a useful arm. All right. As per usual, we got to get a catcher, because we don't have enough catchers in our game, on our minor league team anymore. Jin Inoue is the guy we want to pick up, especially if he can learn how to bat. Actually, we may go with Yoshiyuki Tadamoto there, who got taken, so I guess it's Jin Inoue anyway. I'm also going to pick up Fujigami here with my next pick, because there's always room on our team for Hands Crew guys. I feel like we're good on pitchers. Yeah, we have to start converting some of our shortstops over to third base, or to second base rather. That's what we need to do. The bat has already peaked. Not worth taking. Toyama doesn't seem like a terrible option. Decisions. I feel like we need to get another rangy outfielder. Oh, you know what? Maeda doesn't seem like a bad option. Let's go with him. Naoichi Maeda. And Atsushi Inoue here could probably hack it as a second baseman. So if he's still available, let's draft him and immediately change his position. All right, 9th round now. We are getting into the dregs. Asai might actually hack it. Yeah, let's take him. Oh, we're done. Okay. So now that we've grown the minor league club. Let's take a look. I try not to keep players who are older than 25, 26 on my club. Like Kaita Honda is on the bubble for actually making the team. I have no idea if that curveball is ever going to develop for him. Coy James at least is fun to throw in as a third base option every once in a while. And Bunzo hopefully will figure it out soon. All right, Mr. Lottery Ticket. Good luck. Let's see, do I have any other guys aging out I can release? It's a shame that Jose Rondinella never quite figured out what his job on our team is, and his development stalled out. So he's going to be a minor league free agent. Good riddance. And I'm looking for Kanishi Kondo here to start stepping up into the third base role. I feel like he can start to contribute. So with that out of the way, let's go to the arbitration hearings, move past those, see if anyone is going to become available to us that we might want to have. Oh, one other thing I want to point out. You take a look back at our Japan Series win that we pulled off last month, or last session, 2 days ago, beating the Yomiuri Giants in 6 games. Yeah, look at those games at the Tokyo Dome. We beat them by an aggregate score of 36-10. 36-11. Math. That is comedic. Alright. Arbitration has completed. Let's go to the off-season center. Issei retired. Tanigawa, Kensuke Kondo hung up his cleats. Captain Hata is available from the Hawks. Not a lot of arbitration declines. There's Koji Sakaguchi from the Hawks after his age 34 season. You want to talk about an absolute black hole bat. How does not batting above the Mendoza line sound? And he still was able to get to free agency. Wow. I'm actually impressed. Alright, so not a lot of arbitration declines. Now let's head to free agency. Wow, the Lions lost that much wins above replacement. Shoemake, Young, Austin, Vicens. All their foreign players decided to nope out. That's actually kind of impressive. Yeah, Umino's going to get a big payday, and it's not going to be from us. Hey, Gorgo, good to see you. Feel like now that you're here, it might be worthwhile to go dip out and take care of some perfect team. But first, hello. Where did this guy come from? Ah, so he signed an international FA contract with the Giants. Is he willing to sign with us? Because I feel like we can make room on our club for an arm like that and a bat like that. Good afternoon, sir. And the Giants just noped on him? Their loss. I will happily take another power bat outfielder. Especially someone who can act as another platoon partner to Takechi Egawa. Because after all, the Junichi Tazawa rule does not exist. Both in the real world and in this simulation now. Let's offer a free agent deal to, or a minor league deal to this Kimura kid. I mean, I know that doing any minor league deals now is going to expose these players to the Rule 5 draft, but we'll see. I'm liking the rotation now. We got YY, Okuma, the Hammer, Matsuda in the rotation. Turns out his control issues seem to have been fixed. Troyer and Yonamine. I can get behind that. QG actually took a pay cut to stay with the club. I'm not opposed to the idea. Yeah, I'm not going to nominate anyone to the 40-man roster just yet. But Morishita is knocking on the door. I want to see Kazuya Ota finally realize some of that home run pop that he's got. Alright, so we got Gorgo and we got Skep, and I forgot to log into my own Twitch channel to get my own drops, so I'm going to do that now before I forget any more. Oops. You can tell it's the holiday break because I'm not thinking clearly. There we go. Not like I need them at the moment. I think I need to turn off coach pictures at this point. Alright, so Umeda likes our offer. Any decent players coming out of Korea? Actually, Hyeseong Kim. If I didn't already have Nishiguchi and Munoz, I would absolutely go for this guy. Alright, let's get to the winter meetings, and then we'll flip over and do some perfect team. Hopefully with Skep and Minerva and Gorgo all of y'all's on the chat, I can have some decent pack luck. All right, Kimura does not want a minor league contract. You know what? Yeah, let's park this for now. And let's go flip over to Perfect Team, because we've got some packs to rip. The Centurions actually do have a few more packs than usual. I currently have the Twitch drops going to the St. Louis do haha Jokers, because a packs-only team needs packs. Dishnet34 is the guy to thank/blame for that. But a couple of tournament wins and a second place have given me 7 packs on the Epcot Centurions. I'm going to sign up for some tourneys quick. I do have to thank Skep for helping tune my Iron team. He didn't directly help me, but you watch enough of his streams, you recognize some of the players, and you realize you have those same players, and then, hey, it works. It's been a while since I've been in Diamond. Usually what my Perfect Team does is it bounces out of the... You're not allowed to use Jay Brucey's mind. No, but Miles Straw I have started to use, and I thank you for that. Oh no, I'm in the same division as my friend Mr. Monty Fenn. Oh, I can already tell I am gonna get bounced. Yep. I know it's too early to make rash moves, but I do not have Franchise Heroes 3 complete. Shout out to my buddy, Mr. Monty Fenn. He actually made Perfect League once. Regular Diamond League playoff team, as opposed to me who does the yo-yo. Last time I made Diamond, I was summarily yo-yoed back down. My longest stint in Diamond has been 3 weeks. I actually made a winning record. I actually made the postseason in Diamond once. That was my goal for this game. Have you heard of our Lord and Savior Steve Hovley? Gorgo calls it the trampoline. Yeah, that sounds about apt. All right. Let's pause the music. Let's do some pack rips here. The Barrett's Privateers, because we unlocked Perfect Reigns, actually have a gold and a silver pack, and hopefully I'll be able to get enough to buy the special edition cards I sold. Oops. And getting complete Franchise Heroes 3, or Franchise Heroes 1 for that. I think I need Franchise Heroes 2 for the Nationals, because Dennis Martinez, El Presidente, Canadian Baseball Hall of Famer, counts for that club. Capuzzello, that's a name. As Gorgo calls them, smiling stiffs. Tom Timmerman. All right, that's a new card for me. Team Mission Detroit 1. Considering I finished the Team Mission, I think it was 2 or 3 for Detroit, they got me Bill Freehand. I wouldn't mind trying to climb the ladder for Detroit. I just don't know where to put my energies to. Right now I'm thinking it's going to be the Dead Ball era. I'd love to get Dan Brothers because Lou Gehrig frustrates me. Oh, hey, double gold. All right, that'll help the coffers a little bit. So, having not invested any money, I think that does help. I mean, the club itself is not doing so hot. I'm glad that Caminiti's finally taken over third base from Tony Fernandez, if nothing else. But the bullpen is suspect. I don't know what to do there. Oh, you no mental notes to head of Gorgo's tourneys. Yeah, the man is good. Alright, time to go flip over. Oh, the year was 1778. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. The last of Barrett's privateers. If you watch any of the Canadian national men's baseball team or women's baseball teams matches in Asia, you will note that there is one lone trumpeter out there in the stands. His name is Ted Smith. He is the lead trumpeter for the Crazy Maples Club, and every time the Canadian men's team scores Canadian baseball team scores a run, he tootles the chorus of Barrett's Privateers. It's perfect. Thank you, Great Scott. Yeah. The Privateers branding is one that I brought over from Perfect Team 21. I really like this theme, but next year the theme is going to be the British Imperials. Anyone who is any what's the word I'm looking for? Commonwealth nation will count for that. So I'm going to lose some Hall of Famers from the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame, but hopefully the addition of the Scots, the Brits, the Caribbean nations, and the Australians will make up for that. All right, Smiling Stiffs for the Privateers. Do I even have enough points to go after? No, I do not. So that's pretty quick. Yeah, Minerva, it really does feel like we are tempest tossed at this point. I'm not even going to check in on the Bobs. Unless someone's willing to sell me a Bob Welch for like 30k below L10. The Bobs have nothing doing. And despite Skep's best temptations and best efforts, I am not buying a perfect pack. Oh, it is! Okay, good. I've been saved for myself. Oh, that's neat. Dishnet continues to inspire us all. Hey, Gorgo. All right, and the Jokers are off to a good start here in the Bronze League. I had a little bit of fun on the Discord saying, hey, guess the player based on his stats. Took a while, but people did indeed guess that Johnny Loizaga has been a phenom for us out of the rotation. Still early going. Not sure how to make of our start so far, or Adam Kennedy batting 440. My goodness. But we got 17,000 perfect points. That's 17 packs. And I may end up selling Doggy Wheeler because I feel like having a tournament reward on a packs only team is kind of cheating it. Plus, I can't find playing time for him. I don't know where to put the guy. Not a heck of a lot there. I'm hoping for some historical cards, because we already completed the live missions. All that's left is the selects live, and as you can tell, we're not quite getting the higher silvers and golds just yet. In all honesty, I rock this. If you don't have Twitch drops going to your packs team, you're just behind pace. All right, Marcelo Zuna. Good for him. Pretty sure I already have Bednar, so that's a quick sell. That'll get me another pack. Julio Urias. Pretty sure I got him too. Oh, nice one, I rock this. Silent Phoenix, thank you for the follow. All right, some historical bronzes. That might get a couple packs out of the missions. I was just grateful that I finally was able to get that one final athletic to complete the live missions. Mike Fires, I tip my cap to you. All right, not a heck of a lot this morning. Was able to recycle a couple, so we do have some extra packs to drop or to rip. Hey, Tony Fernandez bronze mission. There you go. Name game Chris finally complete. Okay, the rest of the dupes. Quick sell them all. Just short of the money needed for another pack. Again, as SB Mortar said, you do not want to be in Gorgos tournaments. All right, 4 more packs. Spencer Patton. That may help with the Rangers selects. Leon Wagner, left fielder. DH option, Charles Nagy gold mission. All right. In terms of this team's franchise heroes ladders, we actually managed to get Paul Goldschmidt to gold, but not past that. Christian Patches. Any new missions complete? Yes. Selects for the Cubs. And light load. That'll get us a gold pack. I think we've got enough duplicates to get the points necessary to buy another standard. Yeah, I strictly play irons. I actually did a round of trying to play the weeklies last week, just on a lark. I'm not sure I did well enough. You said it, Skep. Oh, Diamond Pete Donahue! All right. Juan Marichal gold mission. I think he makes the team. I think so. I think Ranger Suarez is finally going to get a chance to sit down. Hey, build a legend. And it's a duplicate too, so let's put him up for 125 quid. Man, the price of the Build a Legends went down. And our gold card is Drew Waters, a future legend. So we got to make some adjustments to this club now, because Ranger Suarez is not pitching so hot. I think we're going to tell him to hit the bricks. With the new guy, Pete Donahue, joining the rotation. As good as Johnny Lasagna is, I feel like Donahue with that big movement is exactly who we want to see coming out of the rotation on this club. No new missions to complete. Whole bunch of dupes. We're going to check back in on the Jokers once all of our Twitch drops have been collected. That'll be another 5 packs to rip, plus maybe some new achievements. So let's hop back into the Orcs Buffaloes and their off-season. The weather up here has been a little silly as of late. It was snowy up until Christmas Eve. Then all the snow melted because of rain on Christmas Day. And then the temperature dropped below 0 Celsius. And we've been in the midst of a little flurry here in Toronto. While we wait for this to load, not planning on any other out of the park streams for the rest of the week until Saturday. I may have a few surprises on that day. We'll see. I'm plotting. What you will find is on Wednesday, we will be going once again with Warriology on Wednesday, and I hope I will see you then. This guy's on the trading block? Impressive. Ah, pending free agent, that's why. Problem is, we already have our one trade for the year spent, so we don't get another one until 2035. So we're just going to speed through things. I think having two theme teams spread me out a little too thin this year. I'm eagerly looking forward to Perfect Team 23, where I will have a PAX team, free-to-play, a theme team free-to-play, which I'm going to wait until later in the cycle to start up, because otherwise there's not enough live cards to generate perfect points. And my mainline club, which is going to be day one. Masuo Umeda has joined the Oryx Buffaloes. And I was wondering who was going to be our new backup outfielder. I think we have our answer. And Umeda instead of Gushiken in right, I think is the right move. That's a cannon arm if I ever saw one. And if he's definitely going to help out with our bomb situation. More home runs. I think you may have mentioned that, Gorgo, but it never helps. It never hurts to hear how other people view your city. Because I live here. I think of it as, you know, a city that's increasingly getting expensive. And in the 25 years since you've last been here, there's been some not great architecture. But it's like, I wonder if people who live in Chicago see Chi-Town the same way I do. That's my favorite U.S. city. The ease of getting around, the food, my goodness. And the amount of sheer stuff there is to do. Chicago and Toronto are all, I've always thought of them as sort of cousins in a way. Not quite sister cities, but they both have second city theaters because they're both second cities within their countries. Montreal was always, you know, the primary city of Canada until Toronto took on the finance boom. Chicago and New York have the same relationship. Oh yeah, the ROM is still great. Even if they put that weird crystal growth on the front of it, it's still a great place to go. And not great mayors, yeah, I rock this, yeah. Let's not bring that up on this stream. I try to avoid talking politics when I'm streaming. Fans are upset that Umino left. Where'd he go to? Oh, of course, the Hawks. How much money did he get? SoftBank, what are you doing? A 37-year-old catcher you gave $5.7 million? That makes him the second highest paid player in the league. Oh, speaking of mistake contracts, Ryuku Tsuchida somehow managed to get $5.8 million from the Dragons despite putting up piddly numbers. Like, what the heck was going on there? Takayoshi Yamamura, probably worth it for the Tigers, that contract. But it's going to be ending soon, and he still doesn't have a ring, so. Silent Phoenix, Twitch drops usually take about 5 minutes to hit your out of the park. Once you've claimed them, they drop every 15 minutes. Of course, the Giants have 3 of the top ones in Endo, Ota, and Yamashita, and because they did win the Japan Series the previous season, it's been worth it for them. Oh, that Sato deal. You remember Shinnosuke. He was a former Buffalo. He came to us. We traded him to the Eagles. That was in the deal for Hatakeyama and Nishiguchi and Yamanaka. Then he signed a big honking deal with the Bay Stars, and in the spring training, tore his flexor tendon. He still has not pitched an inning for the Bay Stars, despite that massive contract. Ah, boy, what are you going to do? Oh, Okuma's still plying his trade for the Carp. No wonder they've been so good. So let's take a look at the off-season. Go for it, Gorgo. Enjoy the Java. Nander de Sadas heads to the Arrows. 1 year, $2.24 million. Not bad for a domestic free agent. I mean, Lord knows Sumitomo needs the help. Takao Yoshikawa to the Hawks for 3 years. Interesting. No. No, you don't get to have that name. I'm sorry. There's only one Masahiro Tanaka, and it's not you. There. Mashiro. That's a little bit better. So Umeda was our big signing. Hironori Arakawa to the Giants for way too much money. Like, what is it with these guys? Are they thinking he's going to be a starter? You have too much money. Murakami, free agent again after the Lions are done with him. It's tempting to get Chusuke Ikeda, but we already have Onizuka locked up long-term and Tanaka on ARB. I can't afford any more first baseman on this club. Oh, hey, Kurebayashi's available again. Wow, he got good. Not giving you that much money there, Kotaro. Sorry, bud. Nothing doing. So let's see if there's other catchers who could be cheap and help out instead of our homegrown talent. Nobody's really standing out. We already had Shosei Nakamura, and he's too expensive for our tastes. What I have to do is I have to find a Twitch soundtrack playlist that sounds like it would fit my channel. You know what? I feel pretty comfortable not doing too much in the free agency market. Unless someone really stands out. All right, the Tigers with a pair of deals. Interesting. Does Twitch Drown Stack have a grindcore pit playlist? That is an excellent question to which I do not know the answer. All right, so Hawks and Tigers. Tigers picking up Yoji Fuji, decent. Sugao Tamura, And Miyahara, Going back the other way. They traded for Yamamura. Oh no, the Hawks are going to be good this year. I mean, they can afford it. The Hawks have the deepest pockets and the biggest payroll in the league right now. Signing Umino to $5.7 million. I am at a loss for words. SoftBank, what are you doing? You can't buy the Pacific League title. All right, and then Hanshin makes another deal. They pick up Kyohei Ueno and Tadahashi Fujito for Shinya Taguchi. Shinya's a decent pitcher. I have no idea why the Carp want to put him in the bullpen, but interesting move. And Ueno's a good shortstop second baseman, so he'll do well with the Tigers. Yeah, they're going to try. I mean, hell, it worked for them in the 2010s. That's another reason I was grateful for this year's Japan Series being the Yakult Swallows up against the Orix Buffaloes. There was no SoftBank Hawks. The 4-year consecutive Japan Series title streak came to an end. All right, Rule 5 draft. Let's see who's eligible. Do we have anyone who is exposed? Alright, I forgot I added in second nationality. Let's save that view. Hey, Star Trek fan. Good to see you on this day. Anyone here worth getting? Not a heck of a lot of worthwhile players, really. Kyoshi Miyatake is an odd duck. Reliever and high contact third baseman. I will pass on that. This guy as a reliever? No, still doesn't play too well. Won't make the club. And then there's Hiroto Mori, who I'm pretty sure we traded away. 11 years of service with the Carp, but he's on a minor league deal, so he's exposed. I don't think he's going to come around to us, but... It's auto draft. Does Mori make this pitching roster? I don't think he does. But you know what? It doesn't hurt to have another reliever on the team. So for once, we are going to make a pick in the Rule 5 draft. And we're only going to do the one. All right, we're going to turn that up a little bit. There. So Yamamoto from the Carp to the Tigers. He was available? Good for Hanshin. That third baseman I mentioned goes to the Arrows. Tigers also pick up Nakamura and Sakuma. Interesting, interesting. So after a roundabout career, Hiroto Mori finally makes the Buffaloes as one of our swingmen. Any other big deals in the signings? Shunsuke Sato, 1 year to the Bay Stars. That's a good deal. Tyler Austin to the Comets for a year. Shigekuni Aoki to the Arrows for way too much money. I don't like giving that much money to someone who's fragile. Comet's getting an interesting reliever. Arrow's getting an interesting reliever. 3 years at $2 million for this guy? He's not even that good of a closer. How desperate is Sumitomo? Masato Morishita at age 37 gets his big payday, almost $3 million from the Comets for 2 years. Our old friend Tamo Fujimoto becomes a Judas, heads to the Hawks, 2 years, 1.42 mil. This is why I don't give out big contracts to some of these guys. Hirokatsu Iguchi. Let's check in on him. Good pitch mix. Lefty starter. He might be worth a deal. At least a sniff. A look around. Lots of pitchers. See on the batter side. Yeah, Murakami doesn't want to talk to anyone. Everyone else wants way too much money. And I say this as someone who can afford it. Third biggest budget in the league. Oh, hey, it's our old friend Rikyu. Don't lose that Namba. I guess the arrows let him go. All right, into the new year. Let's get our one trade available. So Mori. I mean, we may just return him back to the Carp. It'll cost us money, but we can afford it. Luis Rengifo goes to the Arrows. 3.8 million? I mean, I guess his stat line's hanging in there. But, like, why? Alright, let's keep scouting Iguchi here. I think he might be worth a flyer on it. Yeah, let's put in the offer. Stephen Kwan to the Arrows. 3.4 mil. Sumitomo, did you get a new owner or something? Oh, you're actually like spending money for once. All these one-year deals. Rengifo, Kwan, Desadas. Himoto didn't have a healthy season. Well, they're trying. This is not a good team. They're trying to get better. I have to respect that. Tanaka to the Hawks. Carter Young to the re-signs with the Lions. Swaggerty goes from the Arrows to the Lions. Oh, he's going to be fun to deal with. 80 eye discipline. Yikes. Hiromi Ito at age 37 to the Eagles. 3 years at 5.2 million. One of the downsides of trying not to game the system with too many free agent contracts is that you miss out on a lot of these good players. Alright, does Ono get in over Kojima is the question. I don't think so. I mean, he has better defensively, but I feel like Akio Kojima may actually contribute more to this team. Mike Underwood, 5.5 million to the Fighters. Where's all this money coming from? Is it because I turned on it? Now I know. It's because I turned on revenue sharing. Carlos Colmenares to the Carp. So now we're going to start to see some contract inflation. If I go over to the accounting, yeah, revenue sharing, we're losing 3 million next year, but we're still going to come out profitable. But you look at someone like the Arrows, they're going to make 700 grand. Someone like the Carp are actually going to lose money. That's impressive. Tigers, Hanjin's going to get money because they lost so much last year. Oh no, their loyalty and interest went down. That's right. That's right. Kansai area is a Buffalo's town now. 10 championships in 11 years versus 1 in your entire history. Sorry, Hanshin. Osaka's ours now. Deal with it. Chitoji Kai heads to the Bears. That's an interesting quote from Willie Mays. I like that. So Mike Underwood takes his talents from the Carp to the Fighters, so that's going to be fun to deal with next year. Like, we lost a substantial number of wins over the last few years. We're not the 109 win club anymore. The rest of the league has caught up. Oh, good. We finally got a response on Iguchi. Yeah, you know what? That's worthwhile at least trying to store as a minor league option. Tetsuto Yamada is still trying to ply his trade. He's in the independent league. Hey, we finally got someone elected to the Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Yuki Yanagita, on the 4th ballot. 306 home runs, 315 batting average. If anything, I think Masataka Yoshida's got a better shot of getting in than him. Ali Sanchez, funny you should mention Ali Sanchez here, because he's got a bit of a history with our club too. He signed with the Buffaloes just at the start of our dynasty and kept being our solid option behind the plate throughout it. He was also a captain too, if memory serves. 5-time championship winner? Yeah, I'll take that. First part of the V9 dynasty and 3 golden mitts to go with it. Eric Pardino. Giants. Hey, it's a former Buffalo Austin Franklin. Lots of money being thrown around. Toyama getting a big payday from the Arrows. It's like they're actually going to try this year. So the Arrows have picked up 6.4 wins above replacement. The Tigers have intentionally made their team get worse. They've added 10 guys, none on the Major League roster. So since we managed to free up a free agent or a foreign player slot, we can bring Coy James back up to the big club. Now let's see, where do we want to improve? Like, we can go out and get another foreign player if we wanted to. Juan Andreu's not ready for the prime time yet. All right, let's look at Gaijin favorites. Interesting option there, an Owen Egan. I want to get someone who's at least durable, though. The Cardinals not going to get in because we've already got Seiji Taguchi. Good to see Vidal Brujan made it into his late 30s healthy. Do we need another captain on this club? More leadership's never a bad call. Let's look at catchers. Logan Brown's been in the NPB almost long enough to qualify as a domestic player, and he's part of that Kirin club that beat us in the final stage 2 seasons ago, or the season before last one. He wants $2 million. What about left field then? Egan seems interesting because if we get him, we don't need to play Noguchi as often, which kind of pisses him off. He's a two-way guy? Okay, he just became a little more, better of an option. Oh man, Jung-Ho Lee, I'd love to get him. But he'd be joining us injured. I've always had my eye on Jung-Ho Lee in this sim, but he's never come up as available for me. Alright, you know what? Let's take a scouting report on Owen Egan. I'd be down for bringing him in. Alright, so Hirokatsu Iguchi. Is going to be joining the rotation? Yonamine to the bullpen? I'm not sure. I like that move. No, we're going to demote him. Yonamine is good enough to stick in the rotation. He has been phenomenal for us. We are the big market team that plays like a small market team. Ooh. I'm not even a coffee drinker, Gorgo, and you're selling that pretty well for me. Alright, so Owen Egan actually is that good. Let's do 1 year with a player option. Try and lock him in for a couple seasons. Same like we did with Jerry Lish. Old Man Toshiya Sato. To the Comets. Kosuke Sakaguchi. Well, the base stars are just been buying outfielders left, right, and center, or starters left, right, and center. Dragons adding Otake. Kurebayashi comes back to NPB after his dalliance with the Pirates. He's going to be playing for the base stars for the next 5 years at 2.88 mil. Good for Kotaro. Man gets paid. Oh yeah, Fletcher is absolutely the best option at second base. So the goal for today's stream is to get as far through off-season and spring training as we can, so that we have opening day and we can do another lineup announcement on New Year's Day. Wow, fans really like the fact that we added Owen Egan. So that means Coy James is heading back down to the minors. And Umeda's going to DH versus righties. I like that approach. He's going to eat righties alive, man. Love it. Gorgo's Pack's only team has drawn about 5 of David Fletcher. All right, so adding in Onizuka adding in Egan seems to have mixed up our lineup a little bit too, because Onizuka moves into the 2 spot. Oh man, given that eye, that might be good for Jeets actually. I like that move. Igawa's going to find his way back into the lineup. Still got Lish. If our worst starting pitcher is a 50, I think we are in very, very good shape for this club. So let's do a bit of a profile on this Egan kid. Fictional, of course. Joined the Brewers organization. And in all of his seasons with the Major League Club, wow, he had a 4.3 wins above replacement season with the Brewers. Well done. And then he got sent to the Giants for some reason. Rotator cuff strain. And we just get him. Yes, he's fragile. I'm okay with that. But he seems to be popular within the clubhouse. Uh-oh, rule change? Minimum service time required to reach free agency has been reduced to 7 years. Okay. Well, that just shortened a few people's careers with my team. I guess 2037 is the end of our window now, folks. Also, Owen Egan is about to become expensive because, oops, I didn't think. I didn't think. Should have signed him to longer. Good signing for the Bay Stars, Jorge Rivera, eh? Alright, our first game of the 2035 season is on the road against the Marines. We're opening it on the 10th against the Hawks. Which means the Hammer is going to be our opening day starter. Nice. Alright, I don't think we're going to use our trade so quickly. I think we're going to wait until we're in the season. Might make a deadline deal. Worst comes to worst, if Owen Egan does really well, we can just extend him. Given that he's fragile, we'll see how well that works. Because let's not forget, we also have Juan Andreu down in our international complex who's going to be ready to come up pretty soon. And we're just zooming along to spring training. Of course, in the real NPB, spring training starts in, like, January. They do a lot of winter camp work. Their spring training games are in February. Then in March, they have what they call open season, which are preseason games. Full games, not just like 2 or 3 like they do in MLB. A solid month worth. Looks like MLB spring training is starting up. And we just zoomed all the way through February. Doesn't look like there's been any big signings. Getting Egan may be our big one. I wonder if no one else was willing to give him the second year. All right, start of spring training. First things first. Welcome to the minor league team, Juan Andreu. Let's get the Morishita brothers up. Turn off the force start on Kazuya. Alright, I can't believe I'm doing this, but we are forcing Iguchi to be a reliever. There, that's what I want. Yonamine starting. So Mutsutoshima heads back on the IL, as does Yoshitomo Yamauchi. Let's only put him on the 10-day. And I think this season we're going to have Waluigi as our primary closer. Mostly because I think Ishikawa's ratings are starting to curve down. See about that. I think Toichi may be making the club this year. I think. Alright, as usual, we're going to skip ahead and just focus on the cuts days, which will be the 14th. Tyler Austin still playing. He just signed a 3-year deal with the Yokohama DNA Baystars, so stay tuned for next season and the Saturday Starlight, because he's going to show up there too. (16-10) we beat the Hawks. Ha! Another reason why we may not sign Munoz too much longer. He's starting to pick up a bit of an injury history. He's poor back. Let's see about that. Alright, so Egan has back tightness. Just for a lark, let's give Andreu some playtime. Alright. Time for the send-down. I hate to say it, but I don't think Akio Morishita's quite ready to join the big league club just yet. Send those guys down, remove the force start. Ah, so Buddy's ratings went down. Glad that I only gave him a 1-year deal. Worst comes to worst, I release him. Yeah, age 31. Yeah, I don't want him taking away playing time from anyone else. Alright, let's see who from this side is on his way down. Okay, so Toichi's been able to hang in there. We have too many third basemen. Let's keep Lish, Miyamoto, and Sato up. Hope that one of these guys performs well enough to stick with the club. Let's trim it down to 3 shortstops as well. Hoping Iwata can have a decent year. Let's keep Nakamura and Ota up for a little bit longer. Down goes Suzuki. Yeah, let's keep that for now, and let's see what the next week or so holds. We head to the 27th next. I like that the Batter War always has Akira Adachi at the top because it's... The tiebreaker is alphabetics, and Akira Adachi naturally is tops. As much as I covet Brady House, I don't think he's going to be willing to sign with us. Yeah, still doesn't want to come to North over here. Brady House is a bit of a meme for people who've been following me for a while. Alright, Kushiken. A little bruised. Egan should be back in 4 days, so 1, 2, 3, 4. If we get to opening day, I probably will play that one. We're going to go a little bit past 4 o'clock in that case. Yuto Furuya gone for career. Pour one out. So, hopefully Juan Andreu did not get into a single game. Okay, whatever. Egan is back. Egan? Chat, how would you pronounce that name? E-G-A-N. Goat. Alright, what's the preseason predictions? I'm curious. They're predicting we're going to go 98-45 and still win the Pacific. Egan's projected for 30 bombs with a 328 batting average. I like it. Alright, so... make a few more cuts. I'm going to return Modi back to the Carp. Wow. Tanimoto may make the club. 80 stuff, 80 movement. Just God help you if he misses. Alright, let's keep everything as is. I think Toichi's making the club. Way to go, man. Kojima's going to hang around barely. Neither of Miyamoto or Sato are going to make the club. Which is a shame, because I like them both. Shiggy's going to be the one we send down. Shiguchi having a rough season so far. Kota Kondo is going to bounce down to the minors. Yeah, of the three left fielders we have, I think it's going to be Ota who heads down because he's not quite ready yet. And then between Takeuchi, Uezono, good defensively, just doesn't have the bat. So Uezono heads back down to the minors. All right, let's get to the end of... See if we can manage to get through the rest of spring training without any more injuries. Fingers crossed. We're just going to sit and wait for now. Alright, Gushiken's ready to come back. Good, good. Which means I'm probably sending down Adachi to make room. We're going to have some tough decisions to make. That's a name I haven't seen in a while. Ryoto Kita. Actual player. He had like one or two good seasons, couldn't quite hack it at the left field spot, and that's why we brought in Stephen Kwan in the first place. Hey, Yoshitomo Yamauchi's ready to come back, and he's just going to go straight to the minors. We have enough good guys on this roster. Matsuda's having a fantastic spring training so far. All right. Owen Egan slugged 7 dingers in spring training. I think it's safe to say he's going to be in good shape for our club. Plus, he's on a prove-it contract. I wouldn't be surprised if he declines the player option just because he wants more money and to go back to the majors. Alright, so I forgot to turn on streamer mode. Oopsie. I was gonna... At least it's news I can share with y'all. Ganba Magus will not be streaming today, so if you're hoping to get your standard packs at 5 o'clock, apologies. Alright, so Sekimoto heads down. And Fujioka is the last cut from the top squad. Judo Tanimoto will indeed be placed on the 40-man. Welcome to the bigs. Extreme ground ball. Oh, yeah. Oh, excuse me a moment. First things first. Pitch around. Never. Hold runner. Never. I don't trust you to do that. QG's even worse. Oh, man. We gotta watch the walk rates on those guys. But that's also why we have Hatakeyama, to make sure that their stuff gets caught and stays put. Looks like Kusano's doing well as our setup guy. And we've got Waluigi as our closer this season. He's done well. Alright, we got 3 cuts to make here. I think it's going to be Moritake Sato. Takeuchi. Oh, I really don't want to send down Umeda. Darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it. I can't get rid of Kojima. Actually, you know what? No. Kojima's going to have to work his way back up onto this club. We got Morishita for a reason. Ishiguchi has Iwata as a backup solely for him. Congratulations on making the 40-man roster, Toichi Morishita. You made it, Elastic Man. Shoemake gets a lot of money. Juan Andreu is now 4th in the prospect top 10. Nice. And he's going to be with the minor league club. I think he's finally going to find a home in right field. I think that's where we're going to play him. Alright. I know I'm supposed to be wrapping up soon, but I do want to get one game in for all of y'all who have stuck with me. Actually, you know what? Keeping an eye on the time. Let's just sim the game. YY on the bump at Zozo Marine. And then we're going to flip back to the St. Louis do Jokers to see how well those packs roll. We win. We spoil their opening day 6-4. Late comeback. Owen Egan endears himself to the new club, slugging a come from behind 3-run bomb on the top of the 7th against reliever Daisuke Ishii, handing Yamamoto the win, Hasegawa the hold, and the close and the save. Pair of errors from Tanaka and Egawa. Like, guys, shake the rust off. Onizuka with a treble. Taguchi picking up right where he left off with a Moda show and 2 doubles. So, yeah. That's a good way to start a season. Coming out on the winning end of the ledger. Munoz has a 7-game hit streak dating back to last season. Excuse me one moment. Well, Owen Egan, back spasms. Alright. So it looks like we're going to have some folks who are going to be on the up and down. Let's give Moritake Sato the call up. So, he's only gone for a week. So, we kind of stomped the Marines. 12-1 in Game 2. Owen Egan, second home run in as many days. Second 4 RBI game in as many days. Masuo Umeda gets a rare start at first. Picks up a Moda show in his first game with the club. All right, things are buzzing. And we plug 8 runs against them in the 6th inning here. Oscar Bleepin Munoz grand slam to go with a Moda show. 6 RBIs on the day. So yeah, Gaines and Okuma just cruised. So opening day for next stream will indeed be the Destroyer. Josh is going to get his opening day start. What's eating Nishiguchi? Rough start to the year. At least the bullpen's rested. All right, so who's our lineup going to be? So we are going to have our lineup announcements. Nishiguchi Egawa in the 2 spot. Onizuka, Munoz, Tanaka, Lish, Noguchi, Taguchi, Hatakeyama, Troyer. I was hoping to get Owen Egan in for that game, but I don't want to wreck that back any more than he already has. He'll be back. This is what we signed up for, after all. So, that will about do it for this one. I am going to go flip over to the St. Louis do haha Jokers one last time. Because that has capped out our packs for the day. I don't believe the official channel is going to be doing any streaming this week. I think they're all off today. Or this week. Yeah, and they deserve it. They absolutely deserve the time off. Hardest working dev team in the biz. Fight me. I think Perfect Team might be stuck. Because I haven't seen my packs here yet. Oop. There we go. Ah, alright. We cut up now. We're good. Alright, let's rip 5, and let's see what we got. I think AZ Axel may, or AZ Axel may be on his own channel. Two. Not looking good. Any missions here? Nope. Well, that'll about do it then. I'll let all of you get to your continued day off and your holiday break. Like I said, I'll be back on Wednesday for Wariology, 9 o'clock Eastern. Please tune in for that. It's been a passion project of mine, and I'm thrilled that I'm getting to relive some of these games and have you tag along and listen in. And then Saturday, New Year's Day, we're back with the Stampede. I may have a couple things up my sleeve for that. Well, till next time, enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. Firage, take us out.